Well, hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. So welcome to my channel, everybody. So I am currently working on December 2023's Monday series video number 1. And December, I am changing it up. Let me just write 2023 because we're going to be coming around the new year. Now, I'm doing these videos in November as I want my December calendar kind of clear and free for the holidays. But I'm changing it up as in December, I am going to feature 2 stamp sets. My Saturday series is working on the Heartfelt Hexagon stamp set, and my Monday series is going to feature the Handmade Hugs stamp set. Excuse me. I am doing this so I get the most use out of the stamp sets I purchase. So I hope that's okay with everybody. I'm sure it is, but so this is what we're featuring. However, I did tell you that I'm making a set of sympathy cards. This is a sympathy card using that DSP my aunt gave me. I kept one of each. This is the paper we're going to use today. This is the card we are going to create. This is a sketch card. Of course, I tweaked it a little. And this is the piece we are going to use. So let's go over what you are going to use. Oh, I knew I was missing a light. Oh, this whole time I kept thinking, is it that dark outside? I know I came out here at 6. It is now 9. My first process of this card, guys, did not work. So this is my card. I think it came out quite lovely. Little revisions had to work on there. It took me a while. And if you're wondering, oh, where's that card base from? This is an old add-on kit. I'm using up my stash, guys. I'm not going to hoard it. I am using it. So this is it's a really nice card base. I love the gold detail, and I'm going to use this card base. And this piece of that, it's either Meandering Meadow or Garden Meadow. This was an online purchase. It may be in that new mini catalog that's coming up. I'm not sure on the details of that. And my aunt ordered it when she signed up through me. So that's what we are doing. And I used all but, ready? This little bit is all I had left from a 6x6. Just this little bit. So I think that's pretty darn good use of the paper. So let's go over what you are going to need. And I saved the card stock and didn't do any prep work on that because I really want you to see how I cut it up. Though when I do go to die cut, I'm going to have to leave camera view for a minute. So, but I'm going to go over how we're going to do this. I'm using the pre-made card base. If you don't have that, just use a white card base. It would be lovely with Mossy Meadow. I think Pear Pizzazz, Old Olive would be beautiful. Fresh Freesia, Mossy, I already said Mossy Meadow. Misty Moonlight. Balmy Blue is in here. So there's lots of choices you could use. I just think this, I really liked this with the sky. So I kind of liked that. So card base is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. The DSP, we are going to cut this down. And I want this bit here. This is where I want the focal point. So we're going to start cutting this off to 4 by 5 1/4. Out of the leftover bit that is left over, we are going to cut 2 pieces down to 1/2 by 1 1/2. And we're going to use that take your pick punch with that banner end. And we're going to cut 2 of those. Like I said, 1 1/2 inches wide by 1 1/2 inches long, and we're going to punch it with the banner end. We're going to cut another piece 3/4 of an inch by 1 1/2 and punch with the banner end of the take your pick punch. Then we're going to cut 2 strips that are 3/4 of an inch either by 1 or 1 1/2 for the top border piece. We're really using this DSP. This is this right here. These are the banner bits. I'm going to tell you who the thing was. And then we're going to die cut out of the upper, because it's up here. It's not really centered. The upper center with the fourth from the largest stitched rectangle die. I don't have the decal dies. I have the circle ones, and I bought this because I just couldn't wait to use it, and then I haven't used them yet. Kind of disappointed in myself. So 1, 2, 3. This is the fourth one. This is the one we're going to use, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to show you why. So you guys know I have my little bin of extra die cuts and bits and pieces to use. So how I determined which stitched rectangle is this, of course, is the Handmade Hugs punch. I took it and I figured out which one this would fit nicely into. That's how I determine it. That's why I keep little bits and pieces like that. And of course I can use them on things. That's what determined which rectangle I was going to use. So then once we get this bit, we are going to stamp in this upper region with the border from the Handmade Hugs stamp set. We're going to stamp with this. We're going to punch it out. Then we're going to stamp on it. And this little bit I punched from here. So hopefully we're going to have enough scraps somewhere that we're going to get that for you. And I used that old retired word window punch and punched that out. So let's get started. I'm going to keep my notes up here. I'm going to keep my card up here. Move the envelope aside. Bring in that favored old guillotine of mine. I'm going to move the stitched rectangles away. So here's our 6x6. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut me a little strip off of here, like 1/4 of an inch off this side for the inside of my card. And I did this the first thing. This is the first cut I made on my original 6x6. So I'm just roughly estimating that that is 1/4 of an inch. That is for the inside of my card. And oh my gosh, it is up good today. I'm good. So we're going to set that over there. Now I'm going to turn it this way and get it to 4 inches. And that is going to be beautiful because this is the focal point I want. So right there. Now it needs to be taken down to 5 1/4, which I want right here. Now this piece, I guess we really don't need, because this is 3/4 of an inch. We can use this and split it in half, and this will be our border for behind here. That's going to work out perfect. So that's going to be our little border piece. Set that up there. This is going to get the die. Where did I put that? So I want this upper region here, like so. Oh, it's going to be gorgeous. So let me go off camera real quick and go to my die cutting machine. Sorry, but if I bring it over there, it's just going to be in the way and my camera's going to tilt and move, and it's just easier to keep it on this table here. Which after Christmas, I'm going to be losing this table I have it on because my daughter wants a Cricut machine. She asked if she could have a table in my craft room for her, a Cricut. And I told her yes. So I don't know what I'm going to do. So there we have it. There is our cutout. Ta-da! So we're going to set this now aside over there, because now we need to do our banners. So let's look at my instructions. We need two that are 1/2 inch by 1.5 inches. And we need one that is 3/4. So we need these 1.5, two that are 1.5. So let's cut this to 1.5. Ooh, I think that's way bigger than what it should be. What is this? Maybe I made a boo-boo. Oh, it's 1/2 inch by 1.5. Of course, no wonder why I'm looking at it. It's like, that is so not right. Because I wanted, these are just a little too big for my liking. So there's a half. And I forgot to tell you, my sketch is by Sunny Sundays. 00. I got it off Pinterest. Sunday Sketches SS007. From www.stampstodiefor.com by Patsy from Pinterest, from a Patsy Wagoner. So 2 strips that are 1/2 inch, and then that should leave me one that is 3/4 if I did this right. Oh, and it is. So one that is 3/4, 2 that are 1/2 inch, and I need them to be 1.5 inches long. And I need to determine if I want this end. I do. So I just need 1.5 of this, because it's gonna stick up underneath there. It doesn't need a whole lot, but we'll probably punch out of this. Okay, so there's, I meant to leave it longer. Huh. Guess we're gonna do this. We're gonna take your pick first and punch it. So I want this one, right? So I'm gonna hold my finger there, the upper one, and I want it out of this bit. So put it in there and punch. It's just easier to have a longer bit. Now I can stick it in here and punch at 1.5. I'm going to make it, I'm just going to cut off all the colored bits. So it's actually at 2. So there's 1 bit. This is going to be for the word window punch. Now I want this end. I want the lighter end. So I want this side. Right in. I want to get it center, hopefully. There's 1. Let's do it again. Any DSP that is like this, or you can do this with anything really. Colored cardstock. I am just using what I have on hand. Now I'm going to put these together, and I am going to cut off all that light sky bit, which is going to be, I'm going to do it right at 2. Now I'm going to be left with these bits. So I'm going to put those way over there. And I think we are ready to get kind of started here. So this bit is, this is a banner. These 2 are banners. These are the 2 sides. I told you I wanted these a little thinner than my original. Let me show you. See the difference? I just wanted them a little thinner. There we have that. This is going to be for the For You. And this is going to go up behind there. This is for the inside of our card. And we have our 2 pieces here. So let's get those off again. Just walking you through what we are doing. Let's get our card base. I'm going to start by putting my piece on the inside of my card with some wet glue. We are going to stamp on the inside. We're going to use from the Heartfelt Hexagon with Sincere Sympathies. Now, since I am doing dimensionals on this card, when I give it to Dr. Mead, I'm going to have the butterfly stamp already on this. Let's go ahead and stamp with the Sincere Sympathies from the Heartfelt Hexagon on the inside and get that taken care of. With Sincere Sympathy. There we go. that's all taken care of for that. Let's go ahead and stamp our envelope. Now I chose for the back, sending hugs and stuff. Right there. This is from the Handmade Hugs. I chose this little flower from the same one to go right there. I'm going to let it dry. That's kind of wet. Ooh. All right. Not going to do any more stamping for the moment. Now, I am using crushed curry Stampin' marker for my little flower. Oh, I forgot to do the flower for the inside. We'll have to do that here in a second. And then I don't have a Mossy Meadow Stampin' marker, so I just got the light blend, and I'm just doing the leaves. But now we have to go back to this. And they have 2 of these, but you only need 1. That way. And 1 right there. Cover that up again. Let's wave it around. Let it dry for a minute. That one up there is really wet. This one isn't. So crushed curry for the flower. Mossy Meadow for the leaves. Light blend. If I had the Stampin' Mossy Meadow marker, I would have used that. It's just that I don't. All right. Now the inside is done on that. All right. We're going to do our For You. That's not it. That's not it. This is it right here. For You. And I'm not bothering with the Stampin' Pierce Mat. Not that I could find it at the moment. So For You in the center. Ooh, that looks really good. Trying not to get black ink. That didn't work. I have cleaned that lid too, and it doesn't help me at all. It just doesn't, guys. All right, For You. Oh, we need help. We need a helping hand with a little bit of a Post-it note handle here. There we go. This can get retired to the recycle bin. Now I'm also going to punch a bit of white cardstock. This is actually from the October Paper Pumpkin. Just because this is just, you know, DSP, and I want a backing that's going to give it more support. So there we have, that is accomplished. This, we are now ready to stamp and punch on this. Now we're going to get one shot at this. Stampin' Pierce Mat. Let me make it nicer if I could find it. Oh my goodness, it is right in front of me this whole time. And I was like, I have no idea where it is, but it's right there. So I know that I want it up here. And back to being inked up really nicely. We're going to turn it so about right there. Give it a minute. We want it nice and dark. Beautiful. Move that well and away from us. I do have a paper towel. Give me a second. I found these under my desk. I was wondering where they went. Hand sanitizer is my friend. I use it all the time. I know it ain't gonna make huge amount of difference because it's just going to get inky all over again. Some of you may be able to keep your lid of your Memento clean, but not me. It just doesn't really work that way for me, but we're going to clean it up for today. Because when I go to put it on, it hits the sides. It never just goes on nicely. Never, 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 never. All right. All right, so now we are going to punch with the Handmade tag punch. And that's why you don't want to go too far, because otherwise you won't be able to punch it out. Trying to get it lined up. Now we could recess it, but I really don't want to. Have I used all of my punches? I think I have. So I'm going to close them up, and you just slide this little, like so. And it closes those up. Of course, the old black one doesn't need that. Hugs and Stuff has been used. For You has been used. Oh, we didn't do the flower. So now we are going to stamp that little flower in black Memento again. See, it's already got it around it. It just is. It just is the way it is. So I want, I did use each of them. Oh, they're both going the same way. Well, I don't want it that way. We're going to use the same one. One is going to go this way, and one is going to go this way. I was wondering why. All right. So close it up again. Color it in. Stampin'Up crushed curry. So this one down here, you may not really see it because of where it's at. This one, you will get more of it. But it doesn't mean I'm not coloring it in, because I am. There we go. Now, this one, I popped this up, and I really don't like this. I'm going to set this in there. I think that looks better. You know, the sample one is always sometimes needing to be tweaked a little. But I do like this a lot. Now, once again, this is flimsy DSP, right? So we need to punch another. Let me get into my scrap bits here. We need another piece punched of our Handmade hugs. So we're just going to go right in here and punch. Now we're going to glue and marry these two pieces together. Just giving it a little more support. So now that we have that, you know what, we might do a little glitter glue left over from the paper pumpkin on there. So I think we're ready to assemble this card. We need the card base, which is right here. And we need this, which is going to go glued straight down. Yes, no dimensionals on this bit, but you want to go all the way around the outside and then all the way around the inside. So around the outside, around the inside, oops, and then glue it down. Now we have our little strip. This time I'm going to bring it down a little bit more. It's going to be perfect. And I only need to put glue here and here, so a bit there and a bit on that end. Let me turn it this way so it looks, that looks really good. Now for our little bits here, I did put these on dimensionals, but I don't think I want these two on dimensionals. I want these just glued down. I can actually put a whole strip down there. So this one's going to be on top of these guys. So like right here. Yep, that looks good. Hopefully I get it down. Put this in its place. That looks really, really good. So those are those two pieces which are going down. Now this piece is getting onto dimensionals. Maybe I should have put dimensionals underneath there. I will have to put one, stick one underneath there. I didn't think about that. This one, I had to tear it up and redo it. So that's why it might be struggling a bit. So let's go ahead and steal a long strip, which that will not fit all the way in there, but I will get it in there. So note to self, put your strip in there first. But I can make this work. Put your nail in there. There's one. Now I'm going to put one on the other end. There. Is it twisted? No, it's not twisted. Because this is going to all go up on dimensionals down here, but up here it just needs to get glued. So I just need dimensionals here, 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 and here, and I'm going to use a strip. I want a strip right across the bottom. And then I'm going to use that little bit right there and wear some other ones. One right there. One here. We want support down there. I don't need any up here because I already have it. All right. And then when I get this on, I'll put dimensionals on the inside before I lay my inner piece in there. I'm trying to get these off of the glass mat and then hopefully scoop them up. All right. So we're going to try to lay this right where it came out of. I think I did it this way better. All right, so here I can glue, I'm just folding it back and gluing this bit down because there's dimension already behind all of that. Now I don't need any dimension here, but I need it here, 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 and here. So that's where we're going to put it. One there, one in the center, because there's a nice bit of support right there, and one right here. Then my other bit, please don't let there be, there's a dimensional there. I'm going to have to cut that piece down to stick it in there. All right, it happens. So this piece then goes right where it was cut from. All right, and then this little piece needs to be cut down to stick up in there. And we want the colored end, and it still needs to be cut down. Oh, Alice, so much for having that length, right? There it is. And this one's going on dimensionals. Right close to the bottom edge. There is enough room to stick it under there, but I would like it to be a little straighter at the bottom. So here. There. Oh, so pretty. Oh, that really did come out nicely. So to top it off, to make it stand out, we colored all of our little green leaves here. And then our little flowers in all the little corners, which you won't really see it on those two, but we are going to color them nonetheless. Let's move all of that. Maybe you will if we put a little glitter glue on them. Make them stand out a little more. Goodness knows, I got lots of glitter glue over there. All right, and then I have, here's the container, because I want to do the glitter glue last. So, if those of you who might do, what is this stuff called? Diamond art. My aunt does, my friend does this, and they give me these. I use them on cards. That's what these are. So, I picked out 8 of them, as we are going to need 8. And this is where your take your pick tool, that little putty end, which mine probably needs a new one. Do I have enough in there? I think so. So I'm using the little black ones. I tried another color, but I didn't like it. That's a little too much. You just need such a tiny bit to glue these on. Oops, there's plenty of putty in there, it looks like. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Turn over for me. 5, 6. Oops, I missed number. Is there any glue there? I don't think so. There is, I couldn't see it. That's more about the amount you need, just a tiny bit. Thank goodness the glue dries clear. All right. So this is our card. Where's my envelope? My envelope is here, but we are not done. We're going to use that glitter glue on our flower. It is going to make it stand out more. There's that one. And then a little bit on this one. Boy, that adds to it. And right there. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little sympathy card. A little different. Like I said, this was Sunday Sketches SS0007 from www.stampstodiefor.com, a post on Pinterest from a Patsy Wagoner. That's where I found this sketch. Of course, I did tweak it a bit. This is what it originally looked like. I added this in the center, and I'm really happy that I did, as I was featuring the Handmade Hugs bundle for December Monday series. So thanks for watching, everybody. And I hope you would consider giving me a thumbs up, a like, a share. I would love to know your thoughts, your comments. Guys, are what keeps me doing my channel. Without them, I would not still be doing this. I am ever so grateful for all that you guys do for me in responding and letting me know your likes or dislikes of what I do. And I sincerely hope that you come back and visit me in my wonderland. Bye-bye for now, everybody.